What's good, guys? It's Ron's Rides. I'm here at Maserati Alfa Romeo of Daytona Beach, and here's what to expect: the big announcements from Maserati and Alfa Romeo at the Geneva Auto Show this year. You're not gonna want to miss it. So if I look a little under the weather, it's because I am. I'm actually a little sick with the pollen and the wind. Allergies are crazy today, so sorry for my appearance today if I seem a little under the weather. I had to get this video out for you guys because it's very exciting stuff coming up at the Geneva Auto Show. So what is the Geneva International Auto Show? Well, for those who don't know, it's actually an international auto show in the Swiss city of Geneva, and it's held annually. This year is from the dates March 7th through March 17th. So you have 10 days to see the nice announcements, the nice vehicles, and the awesome things that the automakers will be coming out with. So let's talk about Maserati. Maserati has a couple of things going on right now.
Pull up with a motherfucking foreign cars, a Maserati.
We just recently discussed the future of the Modena plant, and what they did is they met with public authorities and unions. The plan is to upgrade and renew the current production lines starting this autumn, but you're also looking at pre-series production cars of a totally new model, a characteristically Maserati sport car that will roll out off of these lines starting the first half of next year. I wonder what car that could be. So Maserati is coming out with a DUV. You're probably wondering what that is. Well, it's a smaller SUV. It's going to be smaller than the current Levante that you're looking at here. The Levante has had great success, don't get me wrong, but Maserati wants to do something a little different. So with that, they're going to do a range of high-performance Maseratis with a plug-in hybrid powertrain, and they're talking about a mid-size luxury SUV that is going to be somewhere around the size of the Porsche Macan, BMW X4, Mercedes-Benz GLC Coupe, and an upcoming Audi Q4. Now with that, it's going to be a crossover, and it's going to be a global vehicle, one that is going to be more accepted by the market, not too big, not too small. Maserati is bringing something smaller, but a little bit more less expensive. Now, we all wish that Ghibli GTS would be announced, and maybe we'll get it one day, probably not, but we'll be getting something like a DUV coming from Maserati. Now, that's been confirmed. Whether they will show it or not at the Geneva Auto Show, that has yet to be seen. Maserati has been teasing stuff like crazy left and right. So they're bringing something to the table. Let's not get it twisted, guys. It's not going to be a Levante replacement. This is going to be on its own segment here. We will probably get a new Levante by 2022, and we'll probably see a new Ghibli by 2022 as well, with a Quattroporte in that same range. But what do you guys think about the new DUV coming out from Maserati? Is it a good move? Do you want to see a smaller version of the Levante on the market as well with the Levante? Or should the Levante be the king of SUVs, the Maserati of SUVs, the only one on the market? You guys decide in the comments below. What we know by 2022 is that we're gonna have Maserati blue, and no, I did not mean to rhyme there. But what I am saying is Maserati is gonna have full battery electric vehicles. They're gonna have 3-motor all-wheel drive torque vectoring. We're gonna have state-of-the-art 800V battery technology, all right, over 50% more power, lightweight, limited space intrusion, long range, and quick charge items. This is gonna be an exciting time coming up, but it's gonna be a very conflicting time. We'll see if you love it or you hate it. We know that all of these things are coming for Maserati, which are great. Whether they'll announce any of these things, they might not. They might not even announce any of this stuff in Geneva. They might not spill all the beans, but they'll probably talk about the Alfieri, since they are going to be building that very shortly, since they're getting the Modena factory ready. We may see maybe a closer concept version than we saw from the 2014 concept version of the Alfieri, of something closer what that production is going to be like, because we're probably going to see that car next year, if not something from that car at Geneva. So I'm going to count more on the Alfieri as far as the announcements goes, but we've all known about the new updates, we've all known about the DUV. We just got to figure out what exactly we're getting at Geneva. Now let's not forget about our boys Alfa Romeo. Alfa Romeo has some really cool stuff coming up as well, which makes this a very exciting time to be a part of the brand. What you're looking at is about 7 new launches by 2022. 7. 7 new launches. We're talking 7. That is a lot of cars in the next 3 years. We're already in 2019. In the next 3 years, that's a lot of cars, guys. We're talking about 100% electrified. We're talking about level 2 and level 3 autonomous driving. We're talking about an average age portfolio of about 3 years. We're talking about 2 products focused to meet specific regional needs. They're really starting to do stuff that is going to be affecting their market in a great positive way. So what are these 7 models, and which one is going to be announced at Geneva, or maybe possibly shown, or just, you know, maybe something that they'll bring up that we already know? Well, the 7 new models: the Giulietta MCA, the CUV, the Stelvio MCA, the Giulia MCA, the EUV, and the 2 most popular ones, the Alfa Romeo GTV and the 8C. Now, we know the Alfa Romeo 8C for the first time when they used that nameplate back in 1939, but the most recent 8C back in 2007 was gorgeous. Used that same engine as the Maserati Gran Turismo, the naturally aspirated engine. So now they're bringing it back. And they're bringing it back for a mid-engine coupe with a biturbo gasoline engine working together with the electrified front axle. Combined output of more than 700 horsepower. I mean, 700 horsepower. You'll also get the monocoque chassis in the 8C in carbon fiber, just how you saw it in the Alfa Romeo 4C. Very familiar with that. And the 0 to 62 miles per hour in the Alfa Romeo 8C will come in just under 3 seconds. Now, not only is Alfa Romeo bringing back the 8C, but they're bringing back the GTV. Sporty coupe, 50-50 weight distribution that works the GTV nameplate with 600 horsepower, okay? Thanks to the electric boost, the specialty vehicle will offer 4 seats and all-wheel drive with torque vectoring. Now, this is a big one because everybody talks about a coupe version of the Giulia. So that is what this is gonna be. The GTV is basically gonna be a coupe version of the Alfa Romeo Giulia. Now the updated roadmap for the Alfa Romeo over the next 4 years is showing an updated Giulietta, long wheelbase derivatives of the Giulia and Stelvio, along with 2 new crossovers, one smaller than the Stelvio and one bigger. That brings your grand total to 7 new models, and the plan is to offer 6 hybrid cars by then. So what do you guys think about the new models that may be announced at Geneva from Alfa Romeo and Maserati? There's a lot of new stuff coming up within the next 3 years, so they got to get announced and shown pretty soon. We're going to start to see these vehicles show up. We just need to know when. I know something cool is going to happen at Geneva. I just want to know down below, out of all of these announcements, there's a lot of cars. What's your favorite? What are you looking forward to the most? Are you looking forward to Alfa Romeo's new lineup or Maserati's new lineup? Me, I'm looking forward to the Alfieri. There is no other car that really, sparks me like Maserati does, and it's gonna be one of those cars that is going to be a game changer for Maserati, just how the Gran Turismo was back in 2007. We're gonna love this car when it comes out. We loved when we saw the concept. We loved it when we heard it was being built. We're gonna love it when we see it. We're gonna love it when we drive it. My top pick is the Alfieri. Next would be the 8C because it shared so much with the Gran Turismo. It had the heart of the Gran Turismo. It was just an iconic car. We gotta see these things coming up, but I wanna know, what do you guys look forward to seeing at the show? And if you guys are going to the Geneva Auto Show, please feel free to send me some pictures or anything you see. I would love to share it on the channel. So if you guys get the scoop and you guys get to see some stuff, always send it to me. But to do that, you gotta check the social media links down below so you can get a hold of me via social media, send all that stuff to me. Also, subscribe to the channel for more Maserati Alfa Romeo videos and click that notification bell, because when I do get that new stuff, I wanna be able to share it with all you guys. Any kind of information, any kind of pictures, I want to share it with you guys. And definitely like the video, get it up in the rankings so we can have a big discussion between all Alfa Romeo Maserati enthusiasts on what we think is going to happen, or what we think about what happened. What announcements that end up happening, we got to talk about it. So definitely check that stuff out, guys. I'd love to hear it in the comments down below. With that said, you guys let me know what's your favorite. We'll talk to you guys in the next Ron's Rides video. Until then, be blessed, be easy, peace.